Today is harvest time for some carrots we've had growing in the 12-inch Autopot. Now these have been sitting here largely unattended. Harvest them and see what sort of yield we get out of this pot. Nice and heavy. Here we come to harvest our carrots. First thing you probably should notice is that we've grown these carrots in dirt, in a good quality potting mix. Now most hydroponic systems you cannot use dirt, but in the Autopot system, because it's not a recirculating system, so we found that root growing crops like carrots seem to grow much better in dirt than in some of the lighter normal hydroponic solutions. Now this pot was planted some time back. We broadcast seed directly into the potting mix, and as the seeds germinated, we thinned the seeds out to roughly 50mm spacing. And even then we've ended up with this lush crop of foliage, and we've also got a very dense crop of carrots. So when we've thinned them out virtually just enough space for each of the tubers to grow. Now let's see what we ended up with. So these were planted on the 15th of February. Today's the 23rd, so that's slightly over 4 months since these were planted. Now we've got quite a range in sizes here. They're all very sweet carrots, and the one seems to be no pattern. They've got big fat carrots in the middle of the pot. We've got big fat carrots that were sitting down the outside of the pot. And I've got to say, the little ones will taste just as good as the big ones. So all these carrots have come out of a single 12-inch pot. As I said, for 4 months they've sat outside in the sun. This soil, it's just had the carrots in it, so it's still really good soil. And remember, in the Autopot system, we're providing feed to the system. So the crop actually hasn't diminished the soil. The soil's there to hold the plant while it grows. So this soil now is we'll go out and reuse this, and we'll use this now for replanting this pot with potatoes. So out of a single 12-inch pot, I've got almost 3 dozen carrots here. They're various sizes, but they're all fresh, beautiful carrots. 3 dozen minus 1. And in there's nearly 1.5 kilos of carrots. This quantity of carrots has come out of a single 12-inch pot. The surface area of the pot is actually what limits the number of carrots you can possibly grow in the pot. People often ask us, how much Autopot do you need to feed a family? It's a very tough question to answer because it depends so much on your climate, on the crop that you're growing, and on your family. But one way I could start to answer this is, my family would probably eat this amount of carrots in 2 to 3 weeks. So for my family that means I would need to have probably 8 pots of carrot on the go at any one time, at staggered plantings, and that of course assumes that I can grow carrots all through the year. So if I had 8 of these pots, I could keep my family in carrots the entire year. Now if I couldn't actually grow them all through the year, then I could still run the 8 pots and harvest and store these in the freezer. I'd still have top quality carrots whenever I needed them. Now coming back to the question, we're trying to derive a value proposition for the Autopot. 8 12-inch pots will cost around about $400. These about $55 per complete unit. Now These pots are, these units are UV stabilised plastic. They will last a minimum of 10 years. Continue per to the assumption, these carrots took 4 months to grow, so I can get three harvested carrots per pot per year. Amortising the cost of the pot to the carrots, that's about $1.70 worth of pot to gain this much carrots. For this $1.70, that completely offsets your need to spend a lot of time looking after your carrots. The Autopot system will look after the watering for your system, so you don't have to spend time weeding. Tight packed carrots also reduces your loss of moisture. All of the water and nutrient you put into the pot goes straight to your carrots. So when you harvest these carrots, they're nice, crisp, juicy carrots. They're certainly not the soggy limb carrots that you sometimes find at the supermarket. So the question is this worth it? No, I think absolutely. The quality of the produce that you grow yourself, that you eat as soon as it's ripe, is unsurpassed. I don't know how you actually put a value on it. So all up, this crop has probably cost me sort of maybe $2, $2.50 to produce by the time I look at the nutrient cost. That puts it on par with buying carrots at the supermarket. That's in a domestic supermarket. If you're out in the outback or have to rely on long distance transport for your food, then that would make this much, much cheaper than anything you could buy. And again, the quality is first class.